This is The Scoop for Monday.
Good morning. I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines. Maryland Governor Wes Moore is scheduled to sign an executive order to issue 175,000 pardons for marijuana convictions today. The Washington Post reports the order will forgive low-level marijuana possession charges for an estimated 100,000 people. The newspaper reports the Democratic governor says he sees the order as an opportunity to, quote, right a lot of historical wrongs. Recreational cannabis was legalized in Maryland in 2023 after voters approved a constitutional amendment in 2022. A similar amendment will be on the ballot in Florida this November. However, Governor Ron DeSantis said during his failed presidential campaign he would not offer pardons if marijuana is legalized in Florida. So far, 24 states and the District of Columbia have legalized recreational cannabis. The Hillsborough Transit Authority, or HART, is requesting over $23 million in federal grant funding to address facility needs and improve infrastructure for future weather and climate risks. The severe weather event on Friday caused a full power outage at HART's transit operations facility, including its generator, radio tower communications, and data information systems. The grant money would be used to rebuild the nearly 50-year-old maintenance facility and address environmental sustainability, as well as improve safety for travelers and staff with updates to buildings and buses. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody is touting the bust of a human trafficking ring by a new statewide strike force. And as Margie Menzel reports, she's urging the public to help combat trafficking by reporting tips to law enforcement on a new state hotline.
Moody says the Florida Human Trafficking Strike Team is helping local law enforcement already. They helped with the arrest of Lena Payne, who is accused of recruiting women from South America with promises of jobs, then forcing them into sex work to pay off their travel debts, often under threats of violence. Moody says the public plays an important role in helping law enforcement crack these cases.
And they'll call, and we can solve a cold case, whether it's a change of consciousness or whether it's they have a feeling that maybe it's more than what they initially thought. Call. It's not going to be any skin off our back to run it down.
Moody says law enforcement agencies can review reports of suspected trafficking and put plans in place to rescue victims. Payne, her son, and her boyfriend all face multiple felony charges. I'm Margie Menzel.
DeSantis held a press conference at the Hollywood Fire Rescue Station Friday to address the recent flooding and plans for recovery. While he spoke mainly about the storm, the governor also addressed what he calls climate ideology, saying renewable energy would have hurt Florida's disaster response.
But part of it is because we're really rooted in having reliable energy. Some of the states that have tried to force mandates for wind or some of these other things, you have blackouts, you have periods where it's not working. We cannot have that.
Research by the United States Geological Survey shows that climate change is real and has an impact on storm systems. It says that climate change increases the intensity of storms and raises floodwaters and causes more damage. The Florida Department of Emergency Management has not released exact numbers for the damage caused by the weather event last week, but officials estimate about 100 homes in Hollywood were affected. Today, expect cloudy skies with a high around 93. Tonight, more of the same with overnight lows in the mid-70s. And tomorrow, there's a slight chance of showers, but mostly a mix of clouds and sunshine and a high of around 94. I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines on 88.5 FM and WMNF.org.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.